Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we will discuss the problem from the Codeforces round 797. It's a division 3 round and we will start with the problem A. So I won't go in detail. Instead of that I would explain what is the ask and what is the input given in this. So the problem name is print a pedestal, maybe something like a Codeforces logo. So here what uh, we are given is we are given the n cubes or n blocks. Okay, so these are the blocks basically, and what we have to do is we have to divide it into three sections basically. Okay, so when I am explaining the problem, I will try to drop in some hint as well. So during the video, you can also think, okay, these are the hints and maybe what solution we can apply. Of course, you can see the problem tags here. That way you can solve it. But let's not think too much about this. Otherwise, you will be restricted in terms of your logical thinking. Okay. So you have to divide those n blocks into three different lanes. Okay, so this is the first. This is one, two, three equal. Okay, then gradually what you have to do is you have to make this middle one, that is the first layer. So this is the first layer, this is second layer, and this is the third layer. So this should be strictly greater than this one, and this should be strictly greater than this one. So basically you have to exhaust all the n blocks and make this pedestal basically. Okay, and criteria I have already mentioned. So the sequence of length. So first, this middle length should occur. So middle length means the first length, the greatest of the greatest length. Then this is the second length. It is strictly lesser than this, and this is the third length, which is strictly lesser than the second. So first, second, and third. Okay. Now important thing is this is the line. Among all the pedestal of n blocks, there is one such that the platform height for the first place minimum as possible. There are several of them. Output any of them. So this should be minimum as much as possible. It's not like you can make it bigger. Otherwise, let's say if you get a 10 block, so you can just make this 7 blocks. This is 2 blocks of length, and the remaining is the 1. So that is not going to be this. Otherwise, you would have done a simple solution of the subtraction. Make it by minus 3, whatever the n minus 3, and then just reduce. Make this of the length 2, and this is 1. So that is not the case. You have to make it in a such a way that this should be minimum as much as possible. Okay, but comparatively greater than this, and this should be greater than this. Okay. Now the number of test cases are t, and the single integer, that is the n block, and we have to output the second lane first, then first lane, and then third place. So yeah, so let's talk about this. So here are 6 test cases given. So for example, in case of 11, so middle one, they have made it of 5, then 5 plus 4, 9, and remaining is the 2. So the same example, 3, 5, 4, and 2. So instead of going with this, I will show my code, and in the same manner I will explain how I came up with the solution. So first of all, uh, I have got some basic observations here. Okay, here I'm getting the odd values as well as the even values. That is the first basic thing. Now when I say that, one thing I can observe here, as I mentioned at the start, first my focus should be on making all the 3 lanes of the equal length. Then gradually I will add one element from this. I will take one element from this, I will add it into this. Then again I will take one element from this, I will add it into this. Once I exhaust with this, this becomes 0, what I would try, at that point I will not add anything here. Instead of that, I will just add one additional one more element here, so that like this will be of max length compared to this, and this will be of max length compared to this. So that's it. That's the problem. So that's the idea here. So first of all, of course, previously, if you are the uh, if you are following my channel, then you may see a difference. Previously, I was coding in Java, but now I have moved to the Kotlin. Okay, so if you want a solution in Java, so you can DM me, and I will try to provide a solution with the Java as well. Yeah. So here, this is my main function. First of all, what I have done is I have taken the number of test cases. Then I have a simple for loop here, starts from 0 to t. Then the single input, that is the number of blocks. Very first thing is I am dividing my because I have to divide it in by 3. So I get the length, 3 lengths of equal height. So this is d by 3. So it's division by 3. Similarly, I want to get a remainder because there can be a case I can end up with the remainder. Now, again, if you see here, based on the test cases, you may see 3 different things. What at the first test case, if you divide it, because the number of possibilities, if you divide something by 3, there can be 3 possibilities. One, you can get the remainder 0, or you can get the remainder 1, or max you can get the remainder 2. Because if it is 3, again remainder would be 0. So that is the very much important observation here. So in this case, you would end up with 3, here 0, and here 1. That's it. So we have to play with that one. So let's say if your input is 6 or 9, let's say 9, and so in case of that, remainder would be 0. So it executes this if condition. In the if condition, what I have done is, so you get all the 3 lengths of equal length, that is a 3 3 3. Okay. Now you have to take one from the third length and add it into the first. So your first length becomes 4. Okay. Then maybe I will keep it something like this. Then in case of second length, it would be as it is, that is a 3. So 4 plus 3, and finally you have to take a residue like wood. So number of blocks are 10, 10 minus 4, 6, 6 minus 3, uh, whatever it is, like so 6 minus sorry 4 plus 3, it is 7, and 10 minus 7, it is going to be the 3 basically. Just a minute here. 4 plus 1. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I think there might be a weak test case, I believe, or maybe I am making some mistake. Okay, I was taking this example here. So, yeah, just give me a minute. Yeah, so this is fine. So, maybe like I made a small mistake. So this should be like this. Okay, yeah. So for example, if you get input n is equal to 9, so first of all, you get all the 3 lengths of length 3 3 3. Okay, so first place of 3, second 3, and third is 3. Now what you would do, you would extract one from the third length and add it into first. So first becomes 4. Then second would remain of the same length, that is a 3. So 4 plus 3, it is 7, and whatever 9 minus 7 residue is 2. So the third length of length 2. So output is 4, 3, and 2. Similarly, you can do it for the other example like 12, 15, and you would get the same result. Now, as I mentioned, there can be other two cases. One is you can get a remainder 1. So for example, input is 10. So in that case, what you have to do is, again, you have to divide it by 3. So you will get length of 3, each length of length 3. So first length you will add 2 extra, because here the count remainder is 1, and you cannot add it in that case into this second length, because again it would be of same length. So instead of adding it to second length, you have to add the double value into the first length. So this would become in this case 5, and this would remain 3 as it is, and finally this would be the residue, that is a 2. Similarly, if you have the remainder of length 2 or the value 2, so for example 11 is the input case. So in that case, you have to first add it here. So that would become 5 as it is. Then you have one more extra element in this case, and that you can add it into the next length, because let's say you have a remainder of uh, so you divide it into 3 3 3. So first take 2 from the last block, the third length. So now there would be only one left. So the third length would be of length 1, and that take one more element into this. So first length of 5, then second of 4, and finally just apply that remainder whatever it is. So that is a 2. So 5 plus 4 plus 2, it is going to be the 11. So maybe you can do this on paper. You will get a more clarity. You don't need to take much inputs. Just take one with a remainder 0, one with the prime number maybe, and one value with maybe the even thing. So that should work. So input case basically one, uh, it should be divisible by 3. So you would execute this test case. So for example, line example, take one prime number, uh, maybe the 11 would be fine. You can execute this calculation, and maybe another with the even value, that is 10 for example, and you would get this thing. So yeah, here not necessary, you can take even here as well. 8 is also an input. So yeah, I will upload this solution on the GitHub, and I will provide the solution link in the video description, so you can follow that and drop me a comment how do you like this video, or how do you like me to code, whether in code Java or Kotlin, and I will start making videos in that language. Yeah, thanks for watching. That's it for now. Bye.